So the problem seems to be that when you have a tragedy, and these tragedies occur all too often, like the murder of Hannah Clark and her children, that the politicians at a state and federal level come out and talk and say the right things in terms of what should occur with jurisprudence and all that sort of thing. But very little seems to happen at the funding level.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was reading something in the paper that a women's refuge worker had said. She attended the vigil in Canberra, and, she said, look, this is really great that so many people are standing here holding candles, but we want to see some real action, like stand every time a woman dies and say all the things that are comforting to the community and perhaps comforting to her family and loved ones, like actually treat this as a public health epidemic, which it is. We're so sort of focused right now on the coronavirus. I'm not saying we shouldn't be, but we've also got like a massive global epidemic that is violence against women. You've got the Australian Human Rights Commission, which stated that the single greatest manifestation of human rights abuse is domestic violence. We know it's a leading cause of homelessness for people in Australia. So why are we not acting? I mean, and you look at in New South Wales how quickly things were able to be mobilized when a young man was hit in King's Cross.
That led to lockout laws.
That resulted in very fast action, sweeping changes, taken hugely seriously. Why is it that women are hit every day in their home? That seems to be tolerated.
So this is an important point in terms of the level of jurisprudence, which I've been interested in. And I've spoken to lawyers about this. I've worked in the Victims Assistance Program. And there is a difference in this, isn't there? If I was to assault someone in the way that a lot of domestic violence assaults occur, if I was to do that to a stranger on the street, I would be facing a fairly significant prison sentence. If we're talking about strangulation, if we're talking about battery, but this occurs all the time. And I just don't think that we take it seriously at that level for some reason. There seems to be some almost sort of psychic block around this.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, that's where I think kind of sociologically about what is it about the hegemonic assumptions that we hold about the place of women in society, the place of men in society. So for me, the criminal justice system is one part of the equation for a certain percentage of batterers. But I think, we also have to start to think so much more about prevention at an early age. What are we teaching boys and girls about relationships, and what are we teaching them about respect? And, how are we trying to sort of break down some of those ridiculous old-fashioned sexist assumptions that we have about, how women should behave and how men should behave? So I think there's just so much work to be done there.